Happy Friday, everybody. It's 9 o'clock straight up on Live Impact News. I'm Jane Monreal. Appreciate you joining us here. End of the week. And an end of the week for Cabarrus County schools, Iredell, Gaston County. They started school this week. Yeah, I know. I was there. But here joining you now and talking about this weather impact alert is our Walker Lawson, switching off his traffic hat, although I know it was pretty busy out there as you were rounding out that shift.
Yeah, it was a busy one for sure.
How are you?
Good morning. It's
Good
Friday.
morning. It is Friday. Yes, it is.
Readjusting end of the week, and it's a hot end of the week. So
Yeah.
we're going into a warm weekend. Obviously, I know every single day has kind of felt uncomfortable. We really are looking at the potential of being warmer than we were on the 4th of July week, which was, and we say that in the name of the heat index, really. So, like, our hottest day that we had was back on the 4th of July week when our feel like temperature got up to 106, and we could get up to 107 this weekend. So it's going to be very warm. Dangerously warm for a lot of people, especially. So that's why we're weather impact alert all the way out through Monday. So we've extended the days out. So it's going to be 97 today, 95 on Saturday, 94 on Sunday. Don't let the temperatures trending down deceive you. It's going to be hot and humid. The heat index is going to be really warm. So we're going to start off in the mountains today, highs up into the 80s. So 82 in Jefferson, 83 in Fleetwood. Once we get down to the Piedmont, we're looking at 94 in Maiden, here in Charlotte, Mecklenburg, 97. So we're going with today. And for our friends in the Sandhills, 99 in Chesterfield and Rockingham. Back under a heat advisory today. So again, qualifications for that is that you see a heat index of 105 plus for at least 2 hours. So pretty much same counties in the heat advisory again today: Mecklenburg, Cabarrus, and portions to the south and to the east, so closer to the coast. I want to walk you through the future feel like temperature, because that's really what is going to determine how you really feel. And to me, I don't really care what the temperature is. I care more so about what the feel like temperature is, because that is what I'm going to feel when I walk out the door. So you'll see some areas have pockets of lighter colors in here, and that's just the computer's sense of kind of picking up where it might think that some showers and storms are. But when we look at 4 o'clock today, heat index of 103 in Charlotte, and I say looking at the possibility of storms because you notice Monroe, it only says 86. So obviously that's not going to be the case in a sense. But 104 in Lancaster, 105 in Sherrall. So we're looking at pretty much meeting that status for the heat advisory. Then we look at tomorrow, and we're doing about the same thing, give or take. 105 in Sherrall, 103 for Monroe, 98 here in the Queen City. And then we look at Sunday. It looks even warmer. We're looking at 106 in Monroe, 106 in Rockingham, pushing 110 in Sherrall. So those are going to be your feel like temperatures, not the actual temperature, but to me, that is what matters, is what you feel when you walk outside. What we have is a ring of fire setup. We have an area of high pressure that's been dominating the forecast. It's been dragging in all of this warm air, making it hot, but it's also been bringing these storms over the high pressure system, and they've been coming through the plains. Obviously, we've been talking about flooding in Indiana today on the morning show, and it's been bringing the storms down, and they're coming in this weird position for us from the northwest. We rarely see storms coming from that northwest flow, but that's all because this area of high pressure in the ring of fire setup. That's why we've been seeing some warm air, but also why we've been seeing storms coming from that direction. So as we look at the radar right now, the mountains doing exactly what we'd expect with this setup, seeing some showers and storms. So our friends in Pinola, Boone kind of missed out on one of those heavier storms, but we did see some heavy downpours there yesterday afternoon. We're going to watch as storms fire up and really tap into the heat and the humidity today. So we'll watch that possibility today, a very isolated risk of severe storms. Tomorrow, we now have a level 2 out of 5, so a medium risk of some strong storms. The only risk with the storms tomorrow is going to be the strong winds. We're looking at 60-plus mile-an-hour winds. Not really worried about hail or tornadoes. That's not a conducive setup for that, but strong straight-line winds is what we're looking at for tomorrow. And then Sunday, some isolated strong storms. Again, as we walk you through the afternoon today, not a washout. scattered storms in nature. As I mentioned, not for everyone, but when you get a downpour, it's definitely going to pour. Our models are struggling with tomorrow again. They recently just backed off, and I'm not buying that back off for the storms. I think they'll be more widespread in nature. Anyway, so today with a high of 97, feels like 106. Tomorrow feels like 107. We just keep the weather impact alert going all the way through Monday. And then look at how cool it's going to be. 94. No, I'm just kidding. That's not relaxing, but nonetheless, it doesn't really meet the requirements of weather impact alert going into next week's, but we'll continue to monitor. The pattern looks to remain essentially warm and humid, but it might relax a little bit from that. And then as we look out past 7 days, 8 to 14 days out, we're still in a slight risk of extreme heat all the way out until August 27th. So it's going to be warm, Jane. Yeah,
All right,
I'm ready
so
for
about
summer.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm ready
2
for
weeks left of this.
That butts up against CMS back to school.
Yeah, CMS goes back
there
to
we
school.
go. The 20. When is it, James?
25th.
It's a Tuesday.
I think it's the 25th, right?
Yeah, hang on, I'm looking.
Yeah, 25th. They go back to school.
25th.
is that
You
the
don't even
Tuesday?
know your kids are going.
I knew it was Tuesday.
I only know because we obviously covered the CMS thing the other
But yeah,
night.
it is the 25th.
25th.
So
Yep. Okay.
25th, kids
So-
go back to school. They will need shorts. They will need
If
a
they're
t-shirt.
allowed.
They will need water bottle. Yeah, I don't know what clothing.
What's the dress
they wear,
code these
but
days?
I-
Shorts to the knees? Do they have to cover the knees?
I don't know that I can
Is
speak
it
for
still the
everybody,
like
but yeah.
three?
I did-
Three fingers of a
three
sleeve.
fingers of a
I would be told to go home or get my sweater on.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
I did get my son like a new collared shirt.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
a little button up.
good.
I have no
Is it
idea.
long sleeve or short sleeve?
It's short sleeve.
Okay,
Okay,
good. So
good.
he can wear it
We'll
on the
need
first day
that.
because it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, never
I'm
wanna wear it
interested. It is interesting, and I know that we see kids going back to school a little bit earlier more now, and the heat being so prevalent going into the first day. I know bus rides are probably really hot, so
Oh,
making sure kids
yeah.
have water and looser clothes for
Yeah.
sure.
Good advice. You got to get him more than one shirt, though, James, right?
Oh, that shirt's not even going to stay clean for an hour, so what's the point?
Oh, that's
it.
true.
He only gets one clean shirt.
One clean shirt a
One
year.
new
It's a really nice shirt.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Walker.
Of course,
Have a
thank
good weekend.